Okay, in 1900, the year 1900 to 1904, the average price for a chocolate bar was 1 cent. Okay, let's fast forward 1920 to 1924. Chocolate bar costs 4 cents. That's 400% inflation over a 24-year period on a chocolate bar. Okay. Um, 1940 to 1944, chocolate bar cost 5 cents. Okay, that's 1 cent higher. So that's 25% inflation from 1920 to 1944. It's 500% inflation from the year 1900 to 1944. Okay, 1960 to 1964, a chocolate bar costs 5 cents. 1980 to 1984, a chocolate bar jumps up to 30 cents. Now this is the war in Vietnam. Okay, um, that's 600% inflation from 1960 to 1984, 3,000% inflation from the year 1900 to 1984. 2000 to 2004, a chocolate bar costs 85 cents. Okay, that's 283% inflation from 1984 to 2004. And that's 8,500% inflation from the year 1900 to 2004. The year 2020, okay, to 2023, a chocolate bar costs 150 cents. Now that's a huge jump on just a candy bar. Okay, um, that is okay, and you can buy a chocolate bar for like $2.30, which is much higher than the price I've given here. Okay, so on average, that's a 176% rise on inflation from 2000 to 2023. 15,000% rise in inflation from the year 1900 to the year 2023. So 123 years, the United States dollar, just on a chocolate bar, has inflated 15,000%. Have wages, now wages should go up with inflation. Is your paycheck get as much for you as it used to? Is basically what it means. And no, it doesn't. I mean, people are in serious debt, like all over America, no matter what socioeconomic or economic class you're in. I mean, credit card debt, mortgage, cars, that's all debt. It's like there's no value or real value behind it. We pass around debt to each other. So I want you to understand that. And you can just go look on the price of a vehicle, for example. Okay, you used to be able to buy a car for like 500 bucks. Okay, now cars are, I mean, a brand new car is like $40,000. I mean, $20,000 to $40,000. Okay, I mean, and then you stay in debt on that car for, I think the longest loans can be like 10-year loan on a car. Okay, the 30-year mortgage payment you make, if you have a 30-year mortgage, okay, um, you would pay less money if you stayed in the same home, okay, and made the same monthly payments over 30 years, okay. If you made those same monthly payments over 30 years by just renting, okay, you would pay at least 3 times less for the house than if you did a mortgage. Now, everybody, I got a mortgage myself. I was like, I finally own a home. And I did the math on it. For a $280,000 home over 30 years, I would pay about $1 million. I'd be paying $1 million to the bank for a home that's only worth $280,000. So 30-year FHA mortgages, I mean, it's serious fraud. It's predatory lending. The term mortgage, if you look it up in a legal dictionary, it says, I'll read it to you right here. Okay? It's archaic, also termed death, death pledge or dead pledge. Okay? They taunt us. A mortgage is termed in Latin a dead pledge or a death pledge because you pay it until you die. It really consumes your life. That's all you care about is making your mortgage payments, right? Um, so that's just a chocolate bar. I've talked a little bit about mortgages. Okay, the United States Congressional Budget and Management Office, the United States Coin and Mint, along with several other government agencies, are by law designed to protect the American people from fraud or the King Charles Ponzi scheme. Okay, so I'm going to read to you the Office of the Comptroller. Okay. The Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, an office in the United States Department of the Treasury responsible for regulating approximately 2,600 banks by examining them. I don't think they're examining them at all, because I just did a little examination and I saw serious federal crimes against the American people. Okay, so this is the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. Okay, they're supposed to regulate and shut down banks. It says right here. They approve or deny applications for bank charters, branches, or mergers, closing banks that fail. I mean, every single one of them has failed. Every single bank has failed because it's fraud. Okay, um, and there's a better way to do the finance system besides letting greedy bankers run it. And I mean, we could run our own banks better than they could. Honestly, we could a pencil and paper, okay, and a ledger is all you need to run a bank. That's it. That's it. You just need to call it a bank, okay? Because they're not like the Office of the Comptroller. They're not abiding by any of these laws. They're not shutting down the money center banks, okay, who defraud us. So why? Why are they not shutting them down? They're supposed. It says right here, the OCC is supposed to shut down fraudulent banks that don't abide by our laws. It says right in a law book. So every single bank in America does not abide by our laws, just by having our money be unconstitutional. So I want people to keep that in mind. And they run out of money. As I read you earlier, I'll read it again. The federal funds rate, okay? The federal funds rate is the rate at which banks get to lend to each other overnight when one bank runs out of money. They call their friend and say, hey buddy, I need you to cover me. We ran out of cash. Okay, that's basically it. Okay, here's how they do it too. It's just with a computer network. That's it. That's why your money is, if you have money in a bank account, okay, and if you didn't physically put a cash or check in your bank account, if you've been getting direct deposited or wire transfers, that money in your account, it does not hold any depository real cash value to the bank, meaning it's like a credit to the bank. Cash or a check or coins like the quarters and nickels and dimes and paper money and a check, those are the only things that are actual cash deposits to a bank. That's why they switched to direct deposit, okay? So they don't have to keep as much cash in their bank to give you, okay? Banks they do an average formula of how much people take out of cash, okay? And they give it a little cushion of their bank each week or month, okay? And that's how much cash really they keep on hand. That's it. It's a supply and demand thing. So let's say you have 10 rich people at your bank and they all have $1 million in there, okay? But they got paid direct deposit through their employer, okay? So that's $10 million that were sent to the bank, okay, where they don't have to keep any of that cash on hand. Remember, it's just kept in a computer. The FedWire, okay, the Federal Reserve's computer network that allows nearly instantaneous domestic money and securities transfers along the Federal Reserve's offices, depository institutions, the U.S. Treasury, and other government agencies. And then if you look right below the word FedWire, okay, it's funny that this word's right next to FedWire. It's fee, a charge or payment for labor or services. Okay, attorney's fees, contingent fee, docket fee, expert witness fee, financing fee, fixed fee, franchise fee, interchange fee, a jury fee, loan origination fee, maintenance fee, management fee, origination fee, probate fee, referral fee, success fee, witness fee. Okay, the second definition of fee, a heritable interest in land, especially a fee simple absolute, also termed fee estate, a feoid, a feodum, a feud, a feudum, a fee simple. It's a simple fee. Okay. There's an honorary fee, a base fee, a determinal fee, a fee expectant, a fee simple, a fee tail, a great fee, a knight's fee, a lay fee, a limited fee, a plowman's fee. Go look at my blog post about plowman. Okay. Qualified fee, quasi fee, fee damages, fee expectant, and then a fee farm. a species of tenure in which land is held in perpetuity at a yearly rent, fee farm rent, without fealty, homage, or other services than those in theophany, also termed feodi firma or firmer feodi. Okay, see rent charge. Okay, now this is just the word fee, and I just listed off how many now. There's other words they created like interest or escrow. I'm gonna read you the definition of escrow. Okay, so if you have a mortgage and your mortgage lending company has been putting your hard-earned money in escrow, that's by the definition is fraud. Any escrow account. Do you know how I know that? Because that's what the definition of the word says. It says fraud or swindling. Okay. That's what escrow means. So we've been swindled by a lot of banks. Okay, right here. Okay, escrow comes from the French word escroquerie, escroquerie. Okay, fraud, swindling, and cheating. That's the word escrow. Okay. Now here's the English version of it: a legal document or property delivered by a promisor to a third party to be held by the third party for a given amount of time or until the occurrence of a condition, at which time the third party is to hand over the document or property to the promisee. Okay. Second definition: an account held in a trust. Okay, this is your like NHL, NFL, NBA players. They have a collective bargaining agreement. A lot of some of their paycheck goes into an escrow account. Same with your mortgage. Some of that goes into an escrow account. Why? Why wouldn't you just keep that? All that does is it allows rich, greedy bankers to go play with your money. That's it. That's it. Okay, that's the term escrow. Third definition: the holder of such a document, property, or deposit. Okay, the general arrangement under which a legal document or property is delivered to a third person until the occurrence of a condition. Okay, do you see how long the definition of escrow was? They had to give 4 different definitions of just one word. That's how you know it's fraudulent. Okay, and that's how it's a game of words. The best thing you can do to kind of is get a dictionary. Honestly, it's been the most powerful tool in my vocabulary and learning. Is literally just learning the definitions of words. For example, women. I posted this the other week. You know, when you think of the word chivalry, you think, oh my gosh, that guy's super nice. He holds the door for me. He protects me. He buys me everything. You know what I mean? You think of that as chivalry. Oh no, it's another fee. It's a knight's fee. It's land tenure. That's what chivalry is. It's actually a old English legal definition of their little brotherhood, their little boys club, or whatever they call it. You know, what's the best way? It's kind of like what they LARP. You know, LARPing. You ever seen the movie with Sean William Scott? And they get put on probation and they got to go take care of this underprivileged kid. Okay, the guy from Superbad. Okay, and they LARP with them. They go play like medieval knights and stuff. That's kind of like what these people are. Okay, they're like the men in tights, the medieval men in tights, who dance on Sunday nights. So they're the ones who made our football players wear tight pants. Okay. So that's that for today. Love you, Miller, Madison, Colette, Clan. I hope you're having a good day. Again, if you have a court hearing coming up, there's 3 questions you should ask every single judge before they even ask. Don't let them ask you one question, not even your name. Don't even say, first, I need to know. Ask them this question. It's your right as an American citizen. Have you taken an oath to uphold the Constitution? Some judges have not. Now they have to have this on record. They have to have their oath of office on record with the county that they preside over, okay, where they administer law. Okay, so number 1, ask them if they've actually taken an oath to uphold the Constitution. If they say no, say, I'd like to request a new judge. That's in violation of my civil rights. Okay. Then ask them, have you taken an oath to uphold the Uniform Commercial Code? Okay, if they say yes, okay, well, that's good. Then you're going to ask them this third question. If they said yes to both those first questions, then here's the hat trick. Have you received payment in American dollars or the United States dollar? And if they say yes, which they all will, okay, now they're in violation of the very oath they took an oath to uphold the Constitution. Okay, remember the American dollar is it's blood money. Okay, it's fraudulent. It's unconstitutional. It's actually owned by a foreign corporation. The Federal Reserve has shareholders, which is a corporation privately owned. Uh, which I don't know how we missed this. Okay, I, I wish I would have. I don't know. I wish I would have found a lot of this stuff out earlier, and I would have started speaking up about it a lot earlier in my life. Um, that's how bad I was brainwashed. Okay, and it took me kind of like stepping away from society. I stopped watching the news, and I stopped just believing everything I was told from Fox News or CNN or politicians, because that's the pop cult. And I started just going to the library and researching stuff. Research the stock market, the money supply, child trafficking, bloodlines, all the way back to like these weird like Robin Hood characters that have been running our show. Okay, um, but don't worry, we're all going to come together. It's our time to be the best team. Go to PresidentAndrewComboy.org or PresidentUniverse.com or PresidentAndrewComboy.com. It'll all take you to my website at PresidentAndrewComboy.org. Love you, America. Love your world. Hope everyone has a good day today.